Hey, what's going on everyone? I'm Rob Richards with Blue Star Nutraceuticals and I'm here at the iconic Muscle Beach in Santa Monica, California. The focus of today's video is an upper body fat blasting workout. It's comprised of a 6-part body weight resistance circuit-based workout where the goal is to perform each exercise for 10 to 15 repetitions going all out. If we get close to 15, we're gonna push up that intensity on the next circuit round. If we're 10 or below, we're gonna lessen the intensity. And I'll show you how to do that whether you're in or out the gym later on in the video. This kind of fast-paced, high-intensity workout is great for really utilizing body fat as the preferred fuel source. So my recommendation is to get this done first thing in the morning and make use of that ramped up metabolic rate throughout the day to burn more calories. With that being said, let's kick things off with the first of our 6 exercises. Number 1 being bicep pull-ups on the rings. I'll see you over there.
I was born to be victorious. Most definitely victorious. I'm destined to be glorious. Through all I hate to display, we remain warriors.
Look, one of the main benefits of performing pull-ups on the rings is that I've got that added rotation in, as opposed to your standard pull-up where your palms are always facing forwards. The difference here is that I start with my palms facing away from me and then I'm rotating my hands inwards as I'm pulling up. What this does is work the forearms that much harder, and it's also another dynamic for the bicep as opposed to just a pull type movement. Feel that one. So I mentioned about progression and regression. So if you can get close to 15 on there with your own body weight, I suggest next time round, hold for a 3 to 4 second eccentric back down. Much harder. Pull yourself up, pause, and then slowly, as you lower the body weight back down, allow for a count of 4. Talking about a regression, if you wanna make it a little bit easier, I suggest using a resistance band looped around the top, looping the other end around your knee or foot to help counterbalance some of your body weight resistance. In other words, if you weigh 100 pounds and you use a band, you might only then be lifting about 50 pounds, so half of your body weight. Okay, let's move on. Take a look at exercise number 2. This is what I refer to as a systemic exercise. Similar to squats, walking lunges, deadlifts, they literally drain the entire body. And that's what's happening here. Great involvement for the arms, the shoulders, the chest, the back, but also core and legs. Now I mentioned 10 to 15 reps. I'm aiming 15-30 seconds here, which is about 2 runs up and down. Whew. I can feel my heart rate going. My abs are activated and kept tight throughout. I talk about progression and regression. Or progression, try doing this without using your feet at all. Keep the feet away from the rope and literally using upper body strength alone, pull yourself up with every grip. As far as a regression goes, you've got 1 or 2 options. 1, use your feet to anchor yourself down, helping to take off some of that resistance of your body weight, acting as gravity pulling you down. The second version is to sit on the floor, and so long as the rope isn't attached, simply do a rope pull. Have a heavy sandbag, a kettlebell, or even someone at the other end pulling. Whew. Haven't done this one for a while, and it shows. Okay, let's keep things moving. Move on to exercise number 3. It's all starting to burn now. Biceps, shoulders, back, now the triceps, and we're only halfway through. Look, the thing I love about this style of training, this circuit-based routine, is it really forces us to challenge not just each muscle group, but the entire body as one. I'm doing this workout fasted, so I'll get most of my nutrition in immediately after and then make sure that I'm on point throughout the day. This is just a bit of pre-workout, just 1 scoop mixed in with some ice water, keeps my energy levels up, the intensity, and this entire circuit is give or take 20 minutes. So perform it 2 or 3 times, that's 40 minutes to an hour of a real intense, high intensity workout that's really hitting all of my muscle groups. So normally performing parallel bar dips for 10 to 15 reps wouldn't be too much of an effort for me. But after having done those bicep pulls and that rope climb, I mean 15 is really my upper limit right now, certainly on this first circuit. But there's a couple of ways that I can make it easier or make it harder if I feel like pushing it on that next circuit. To make it easier, I use the resistance band like I did with those bicep pulls. It's great for taking off some of that body weight, therefore my muscles don't have to work quite as hard to move my entire mass. But if I did want to make it that much more challenging on the second or third circuit, all I need to do is change my knee position from hanging vertically below my body to drawing them up much closer towards my chest. Now you can see my arms are all the way far back and all of that mass of my body weight has shifted further forwards. This small change does make a big difference on how the muscles work. So if you're reaching 10, 12, 15 reps performing parallel bar dips, either in the gym or out, try bringing your knees up and seeing how far you get. It's a noticeable difference. All right, with that being said, let's move on. Exercise number 4. If you look at this style of training and think that you need to be lifting heavy weights to really get a workout, you better think again. This kind of training really does push your metabolic rate up and work your muscles intensely. Take this exercise, for example. This is really just push-ups, but we're introducing a plyometric element into it, something a little bit more explosive and dynamic. Okay, progression and regression. If it's not hard enough already doing it on the sand, try elevating your feet. 8-10 reps doing that same explosive push-up. That's enough for me. If you want to make it easier, switch it around, elevate the body and the hands so that you're actually moving less of your body weight as resistance. And we got 2 more left. So abs and legs. Let's get right to it. The thing about abs is you really need to focus on your breathing as well. Really exhale to be able to contract the core muscles so that when you do the exercise, in this case, keeping our legs straight and driving our feet up towards our hands really does require a lot of commitment and conscious effort to not only contract the abs, but to really try and pull them in. A lot of the abdominals that we do, it's in a crunch type motion. This one, a hanging leg raise, is ideal for working on that lower and midsection of the abdominals. So 10 to 15 reps of straight leg raises, and it's a tough one, but if you're getting close to that, I've got a great progression for you. And that is to keep the legs up there and try and rotate them left to right. Kind of like the windscreen wipers on a car. Try and perform that for 15 to 30 seconds. You know you're at the top. You need to step back a little bit, more of a regression, then simply just keep the knees and legs hanging downwards and draw your knees up towards your chest. It's a little less intense than drawing the legs out up towards the hands. Either way, it's a workout for the abdominals. This is exercise number 5, which means we got 1 more left. And this one is interval sprints. It's gonna work the legs, hit the calves, the glutes, the abs, everything. Really gonna push my metabolic rate up and get me breathing heavy. So, here we go. The thing about these interval sprints is that they really do rely on our phosphate creatine system, which is different than the energy system that we use during sort of the weight training. It's a mixture of endurance, using both body fat but also muscle glycogen. 30 seconds. I'm gonna sprint 30, 40 yards, doesn't need to be too far, but enough to get up to full speed. Sprint, stop, turn around. If you're unable to do 30 seconds or you don't even have that energy left to go all out, find something not on the sand because that requires that much more effort to move your body weight through the sand as it separates underneath your feet. Do it on the grass, do it on the ground. You can make it a little bit easier. Speaking of which, if you want to turn it around, make it a little bit more challenging, try doing these big frog leaps. They require a huge amount of energy as you lower down and project yourself up into the air, traveling as far as you can. This is a workout for the legs. Works the glutes, the calves, pretty much all the lower body, meaning we get to look forward to that upper body 2 or 3 more times round. Whew. Okay, so you've seen me sip on my pre-workout throughout the duration of this workout. And that pre-workout is this, p.p.k. by Blue Star Nutraceuticals. This one is sour watermelon. It's a great flavor. I feel the results from it without it being too intense or giving me the jitters, so just right for my kind of training. 1 scoop, especially when I'm outside, plenty of water, but you know, when I'm in the gym, I'm hydrated, and I'm going all out, I'll bump it up to 2 sometimes. So if you want to find out more about this, check in the description below, head over to Blue Star Nutraceuticals. Okay guys, so there we have it. That wraps up the end of today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it and found some benefit in some or all of the exercises seen. If you haven't yet already, do subscribe to this channel. You can find out more about me and my training over on my Instagram at @RobRichardsFitness. And if you have any topics or feedback that you want to leave me, just do so in the comments below. I'll be sure to check them out and bring them to life in our next video. Until then, push the limits within your own training, aim high, stay motivated. I'll see you guys soon. Take care.